What's going on, everyone? Gormy here. Today I'm going to be talking about what is the best mentality to use within your tactics and how to get the most out of your tactics with these mentalities. We're going to be talking about balanced, positive, and attacking. There's really no point to talking about very attacking because it's just going to do what attacking does, but to a more crazy extent. So that is what we'll be going over in today's video. If you guys happen to enjoy, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so why not hit that sub button? Without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, now the first one we are going to be talking about is balanced. This is the tactic that I ended up using for this test. It is my Heavy Metal 433. I'll be linking the video above if you guys would like to check it out. I'll also put it in the description. It's one of my best tactics from this year in FM22. And I put balanced on one, positive on one, and attacking on one. We're going over balanced with this one. And all that is going to change is the mentality. As you can see, there's from very defensive to very attacking, and I always suggest in my videos going either balanced, positive, or attacking. Very attacking is just a more crazy attacking version than attacking, and you really don't worry about defending whatsoever when you have that on. But with balanced, positive, and attacking, they all differ slightly. Balanced is best of both worlds. You're going to get attacking and defending. Positive, you're going to get slightly more attacking and slightly less defending, and attacking, much more attacking, much less defending, but you're still going to get a defensive aspect from all three no matter what. Now, with this test, being that it is the Heavy Metal 433 and I originally tested it with Liverpool, went ahead, tested with Liverpool all 3 times for this as well, because one of the best tactics in FM22, and they're one of the best teams in FM22, so we'll really get some good data from this. Now, they won the league on 93 points, 10 points more than Manchester City. They scored 106 goals, lost 5, drew 3, won 30. When it comes to all the competitions that they were involved in, they got knocked out in the quarterfinal of the Champions League by Chelsea. They were runners-up in the FA Cup, and they won the Carabao Cup. The team that they were runners-up to in the FA Cup was Arsenal, which they lost on pens. Now, looking at how the players they themselves performed overall in all the competitions, Mo Salah was still able to score 34 goals with a balanced mentality. Diogo Jota, 23, Sadio Mane, 18, Virgil van Dijk, 17, that's from set pieces. Roberto Firmino, 13. Luis Diaz, 12. Joel Matip with 11, also from set pieces. Assist numbers wise, Trent Alexander-Arnold had 16. James Milner, 15. Kostas Tsimikas with 10. The average ratings are all very, very solid. 7.54 from Trent Alexander-Arnold to 7.53 from Joel Matip. Virgil van Dijk, 7.47. You guys get the gist there. They all perform very, very well. I would say with a balanced mentality, it performs very, very well. But I have a feeling that with positive and attacking, the numbers, goal scoring wise and assist wise, are going to be better. Not so sure about the average ratings because, I mean, you're getting the best of both worlds from all the players with the balanced mentality. So we might see the average rating dip a little, but goals and assists, I'm pretty sure we're going to see go up. But I want to take a look at the data hub really quick. All right, so looking at the general performance from how they performed within the Premier League, this is how it looked over the season. They averaged 2.79 goals per game, 2.82 expected goals per game, so slightly underperforming. Conceded goals per game was a 0.74, expected was a 0.83, so they outperformed that. Shots per game around 22.76, which basically can round up to 23. Shots on target ratio, 43%. Pass completion ratio, 88%. Tackles won ratio, 81%. So that's very, very balanced. You definitely see why balanced gives you the best of both worlds. It's not going to be anything crazy when using a balanced mentality, as we can see here. It's definitely what you would go with to kind of compete against the big dogs. And being that we tested with the big dog, you can see, yes, they still outperformed everyone. But when you are, say, a Watford, a West Ham, a Crystal Palace, You want to use a balanced type mentality to get these types of numbers against the big dogs of Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea. All right, so now we are looking at the positive mentality table. This is where Liverpool saw a jump in their points total. With balanced, they had 93 points. This time with positive, they had 100 points. They had 123 goals for. They only lost 2 games, drew for 132. And in all competitions, they were able to win a treble by winning the Premier League. They won the Champions League over Real Madrid by a score of 3-2. They were runners-up in the FA Cup, and they won the Carabao Cup. The team that they lost to in the FA Cup was Man City by a score of 3-2. And the team that they beat in the Carabao Cup was Man City, and they beat them by a score of 4-1. So not only do we see the point total go up already from 93 to 100, the goal difference go up to 123, and fewer amount of losses, but we also see more trophies won. They won the Premier League, the Carabao Cup, and the Champions League when they didn't even get to the Champions League final with the balanced mentality, whereas they did get to the final in the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and the Premier League, but they still have yet to win the FA Cup with either mentality. Now looking at the players and how they did overall, Mo Salah, we see his goal total jumped. He now has 41 goals in all competitions. Sadio Mane has 22. Thiago Jota with 20. Virgil van Dijk with 19. Thiago with 12. Ibrahima Konate with 12. Roberto Firmino with 10. And if we look at the assists, Trent Alexander-Arnold had 30, so that's a big jump right there. Mo Salah with 18. Andy Robertson with 18. Thiago with 12. Luis Diaz with 10. And average rating-wise, around the same, but Trent Alexander-Arnold jumped from a 7.54 to a 7.8, which is nuts. So looking at the data hub for the positive mentality, the numbers, as we can see, already spiked in a couple of areas. So goals per game, massive jump to a 3.24. Then expected goals per game, they outperformed it instead of underperforming it, which they did with the balanced mentality. Now conceded per game, 0.74. Expected goals against per game, 0.84. So same, around the same, I believe, conceded per game, but still under 1, still phenomenal, and they outperform the expected goals against, which is great. Shots per game, they almost averaged 2 more than they were with a balanced mentality. So take that as you will, but more shots equals more opportunities equal more goals equal more wins. So already, in my opinion, I would definitely be going with a positive mentality over a balanced mentality. Shot on target ratio percentage, around the same this time, 44%. Pass completion ratio, basically around the same, but if you round up, 89%, I believe that would have been a percent higher. And then tackle 1 percentage, this is down by 1%, which take that as you will. If you really care about winning tackles, then go with a balanced mentality. But overall, all around, positive mentality has definitely outperformed the balanced mentality in every category besides tackle 1 ratio percentage. So now we're at the last table that we get to look at, which is the attacking mentality table. And this time Liverpool once again won the league, which, as we see, they have all 3 times, so tactic definitely works, but also they are one of the best teams in the world and within FM22, but they did it in incredible fashion. They finished on 102 points, so once again, point total went up again. Goals for went up again to 129, only went up by 6, but still went up again. They did not lose a single game with the attacking mentality. 6 draws, 32-1. This is actually how this tactic is supposed to be played as well, with an attacking mentality. So this is the max performance from this tactic. And as we can see, they went invincible. So that's already a phenomenal start with an attacking mentality. Getting to overall performance in all competitions, though, not exactly what we want to see from an attacking mentality. They got a double. They won the FA Cup, which they weren't able to with a positive or balanced mentality. But they got knocked out in the quarterfinals of the Champions League by Bayern Munich. got knocked out in the third round of the Carabao Cup by West Ham United, but they were able to go invincible within the Premier League, and that has been done since Arsenal did it. So that is very, very impressive still. Absolutely phenomenal. And I think by them getting knocked out in the Champions League and the Carabao Cup, it allowed them to focus more on the Premier League and was able for them to be the next invincible side. I do want to see, however, who they beat in the FA Cup, and they beat Manchester United by a score of 2-0. So very, very solid. Let's see how they performed overall with all the players. So goal-wise, the numbers went down. So Mo Salah went from 41 to 38. Sadio Mane went down to 21. Diogo Jota to 14. Firmino to 14. Virgil van Dijk to 13. Luis Diaz to 11. Assist-wise, Trent Alexander-Arnold had one less assist. He had 29 assists. Andy Robertson had 21 assists. Mo Salah had 11. So the assist numbers are down. And then the goal numbers also down on attacking mentality. The average rating also down. But you have two players well above a 7.5, but a lot of players well below a 7.5. So I would honestly say, now we still have to look at the data hub for the attacking mentality, but I would honestly say going with the positive mentality might be the best bet right now. So, goals per game with the attacking mentality, 3.39, very good. Expected goals per game, 3.24, so they outperformed it, very solid. Conceded per game, 0.61, so it went down with an attacking mentality from positive and balanced, and they outperformed the expected goals against per game, which was a 0.78. Shots per game at 24, so basically the same as a positive mentality. Shots on target ratio, 48%. Pass completion ratio, 88%. So basically around the same for all three, although positive mentality was basically at 89%, so 1% difference. Take that how you will. But the one thing that I can clearly tell hurt them was the tackle one ratio percentage. It was a massive dip down to 74%. So you really see the difference. Now, once you hit that attacking mentality, you're going to be far less defensive than you would with a positive or balanced mentality. Balanced, best of both worlds. Positive, slightly more attacking. Attacking, as we can see, way more attacking, way less defensive. And that is probably what cost them a Champions League final and a Carabao Cup final appearance. Now, it did allow them to go invincible, which is absolutely unbelievable. But being that this is one of the best tactics in the game, and with one of the best teams in the world and within FM22, take that how you will. I'm definitely leaning towards a positive mentality right now. Now that we have gone over all the data, seen how the teams performed, how the players performed, looked at the data hub, now going to reach the final verdict on what is, in my opinion, the best mentality to use out of these three. Because in my opinion, these are the best three to use within Football Manager. So I will flash it up on the screen for you guys for each data hub as I go over it. And yeah, let's get going. So, coming in third, I'm going to go with the balanced mentality. Now, if I were a lower league team, I would definitely go with a balanced mentality. But once you are getting up there to being one of the big dogs, you're definitely going to want to go to a positive or attacking style mentality. Most likely a positive mentality from what we have seen so far. So, with a 2.79 goals per game, underperforming the XG, but overperforming the conceded XG, I guess you can balance that out, which is why it is a balanced mentality. You have a solid amount of shots per game, solid shot on target ratio, same with pass completion ratio, and tackles one ratio. It's a very, very solid performance with a balanced mentality, but I'm having this in third because I just want a little bit more. Coming in second for me is the attacking mentality. Yes, it was able to have them go invincible, but they got knocked out early on. Not early on, but in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, but early on in the Carabao Cup, which seemed that they had dominated with a positive and balanced mentality. They couldn't do it with an attacking mentality, but they did win the FA Cup, which they couldn't do on positive or balanced. But they did win the league all 3 times. The reason why I am taking attacking over balanced is because of the XG. The conceded per game went down. It's just defensively tackles won ratio. That is what killed it, and that is why I feel that they were not able to win a Champions League or win the Carabao Cup. But a double is nice, but I would definitely take this over balanced. It's just with a team that is lower down in the leagues, you definitely want to go balanced over attacking. But coming in at number 1, which I think is the clear winner, is the positive mentality. The positive mentality test was phenomenal. They won a treble. They did very well. They had a very good XG with a 3.24, outperforming the XG of the 3.09. They conceded basically around the same with the balanced mentality. Yes, they conceded a little bit more than the attacking mentality, but the tackles won ratio, much higher. Pass completion ratio, basically 89%, so the best pass completion ratio out of the 3. Shots on target ratio, basically the same. And shots per game, essentially 24 because it's at a 23.84. So you have it to where, all right, we cover every base and we won a treble with the positive mentality. Very solid, very good all around. You could basically say this is balanced but souped up a little bit. That's how you can look at the positive mentality, whereas attacking mentality is clearly much more attacking. But the positive mentality, I would definitely go with over balanced and or attacking. Positive mentality is the sweet spot, I believe, for mentalities within Football Manager, especially this year in FM22. So definitely give positive mentality a go on the tactics that you guys are implementing in your guys' saves. If you guys happen to enjoy today's video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so why not hit that sub button. I'll be linking the tactic for today's video down below in the description as well. If you guys want to try it out, I'll also be linking the video for it down below as well. So make sure to check that out if you guys like to do so. But until next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.